Hello everybody, I'm SJM. Welcome back to some Techopolis 2. So, I found a place to put my central power. I thought long and hard about it, and let's put it in central-ish. So yeah, it's going up on top of my tree there. We just have to do a little piping, and I think we should be able to automate that fairly easily since now I am super excited. Refined storage is just around the corner. We can probably change out all of this jank early game stuff to a more efficient and faster throughput. I didn't want to get a huge amount of items coming in before we had the digital storage, because it can be a little bit of a pain making all the upgrades for the drawers. Got lots of obsidian, so I don't have to worry about the void upgrades, but you know, sometimes you want to keep thousands and thousands of some of these things, and you don't want to get rid of it because we can't see what the recipes are for the end game right now. So we kind of gotta, you know, hedge our bets and not do that. We can always step up the production. Like over there, I put some ruby down on top of my gold, and on top of the emerald and diamonds. Yeah, we're flush on those again, around 100 or so that's good. So yeah, off camera, like I said, I got that up to hardened. I didn't change my energy cell up to the hardened tier just yet, but it's not too hard. Just note that every time you up tier on the energy energy cells, there's a 2-to-1 nested crafting. So if you want to make the hardened one, you need 2 basic tiers. If you want the basic tier, you can put 2 starters together to get a basic, but you can also directly craft the basic. So I'll craft up one of these, then I'll have I'll craft up one of these and one of these, and then I'll be able to go up to the hardened after that, once I get a little bit more of that energized steel stuff. But that's not for today. Today is actually Flux network. So I believe I went in and got it already. Oh, it's up here. Let's close all these off that we're not using. No, I need to submit my 8 tech bucks. Ah, yes, I remember now. So I had 6 left to claim here, and 2 left to claim here. So I basically have 1 more than just enough to get this. So over here, I've set up another advanced auto crafting table. Just because we got our first 3 tiers in that one over there, so this one will start with tier number 4, and I've put together enough resources so that we could craft all of our elite techium into the ultimate, right? So once we do this, we should get the big noise of joy. Should get us me dollary dues. Spend me dollary dues on some elite research. Now we can dive into Flux networks. Forgetting all the advanced alloys, it's super easy automation, but there is a little, like with this setup here, I'm doing out all the enrichment by hand. So you'll need a lot of diamond, because you have to make the refined obsidian dust, which is enriched obsidian, which, you know, enriches down 4 per to each, and then plus when you enrich it with the diamond, you get the refined obsidian dust, which then goes into making the enriched obsidian, which we need a lot more of than the other ones because it takes 40 millibuckets per craft, whereas the other ones are 10, I believe, each time. So it's like you need 4 times as much enriched obsidian as you do diamond or redstone along the way here. So not a lot to this mod, but it's going to be doing some very handy things for us, like not having to run these wires all over the place, which is why I want it, because I want to have, you know, power in spot places, maybe just, you know, one line for all this processing, one line for all of that processing, and avoid all of this kind of mess, right? And even if you do have the mechanism pipes going everywhere, like even underground a little bit, it still looks a little bit messy. So going to be really thankful. And anyways, the Flux Networks is required for the mod mastery anyways at the end of the day, so that's it. So we need some obsidian, which we have tons of, just a little bit below our feet. Redstone dust, and then we have to drop a piece of obsidian onto it. Not keep redstone on me. We can mash these 2 shovels together, I guess. Hold on. Three stacks, 4 stacks. Down to 326, 3 stacks. I don't think we need 4 stacks to get done what I need to do today, but put that all down there. Put that 1 block above. Oh, it's a left click, not a right click. And sometimes your obsidian will stay, but sometimes it'll get turned into a piece of cobblestone like it did there. I don't really have anywhere. I think I don't have any uncompressed cobblestone anywhere. Put a drawer for it over there? No. Oh, I guess speaking of redstone, I kind of forgot about this lately, but I got up to 4x on the processing in here, and now I've got, you know, stacks and stacks, so I might be able to skip a tier. I might not have to set up the miner for the 5x. I'll be able to go straight to the 6x. But yeah, just don't forget about this, because you will need lots and lots of cobble for the end game. It's one thing I do know. So I'm trying to keep on it as I work my way through here. All right, so now that we've got the basic building block of the Flux Networks, which is the Flux duct, then we'll need to make some of these guys, these flux points, which I'm not ready for. I completely forgot about getting blaze powder for Eyes of Ender. Aha! We found something. We get 4 for every Eye of Ender. So we need 1 Eye of Ender for every flux point. Flux blocks take 1 Eye of Ender every time. The plug will need 2 Eyes of Ender itself. The points will need 1 each. That's not too bad, actually. Just do a dozen for now, I guess. That was Crusher, right? Pulverizer. Throw that in there when this is done, and then I'll need... Oh, I don't have any ender ore ready. This goes 2 to 1 there, 2 to 1 there. Okay, I've got lots of enriched obsidian now anyways. I'm carrying around that induction smelter forever. Pulverizer. Those 15. Right, we can do that at least, right? Almost down to 100 obsidian. I probably should set up a miner for it soon. I'll need a block of redstone for every point. Right, so these are our connectors for the system, but we need the which one? Controller. We do need one of these. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus a random flux core. All right, we'll have to wait till that ender ore processes up. I've got enough blaze powder, so... I did not get enough. 16 is not cutting the mustard there. All right, we'll be back in a minute. Alright, this gets me to that one stray flux core that we need for the flux controller itself. I guess the final setup, I'm going to have my energy cell up there. I won't be pulling the energy straight out of the reactor, but just for demonstration purposes, we'll come up here and we'll do this. So this is perfectly wide enough for me to get 4 of these up here with a little bit of maneuverability in the middle here. But then if those are all on the corners, I can't come up here up the sides of this scaffold. That's a problem for future me. So we'll put the Flux controller down, and we need to create a new network. So the first thing we have to do is the thing over on the right here. So you can assign it a color, yada, yada, yada. Why do I always blank when I get to this point? There we go. Public, private, it just can't be unencrypted because you have to create a password. Because I'm in a single player world, that doesn't matter at all. So now this controller is controlling my network. I will tick bypass limit so that we don't have to worry about any limits anywhere if at some point in the future. Just future proofing. Obviously for right now, we're not going to be surpassing the output at all, but that's it. We attach the plug to the output. So in the future, there will be an energy cell there, right? And that will be attached to the energy cell itself and pull from the energy cell rather than from the unit. So we go in here and then we have to assign a network. So just on the home screen, click in the empty box and assign it to the network. And bypass energy, or bypass there. So we'll put in our coolant. So this slot here, remember I was talking about it earlier. So I've been making some ice in my blast chiller. And we could go to the dry ice, which is the best coolant, but it is a little bit of a craft to get to, especially right now. I was doing all of my ice manually, so it's when we get some automation done, then we'll move to the dry ice, and it's probably more relevant with the higher tier reactors anyways. So at this lower tier, I think just using the packed ice is going to be fine, but as a solid coolant, the temperature on the dry ice is -32. I guess, yeah, we can go here. This is -8, and then there's obviously packed ice goes to blue ice. And the recipe for this is 2 blue ice in the energizing orb. So this is a little bit painful to automate right now anyways. So that's another reason not to do it, but later on we should be able to afford the tools to do it. But just put that in there and that will fill up this solid coolant there. And then just moving forward, we'll use the packed ice. So once this block of dry ice gets used up, we'll get a little bit lower efficiency because we switched to the packed ice. And we just put that in there and that will start generating us 2,500 FE per tick in the hardened reactor here. So that should more than be able to power all of our devices everywhere I want them. Oh yeah, I forgot. Because I've got permanent saturation, I don't have to worry about taking damage ever. So that's pleasant there. So yeah, I can tear down all of this stuff. I won't need that, and then just put points where I need power coming in. So maybe we'll have the bottler have its own point there just to keep it clean. I'll put a point somewhere in place of these 3 generators. Maybe I'll even keep these generators on for my little workstation here. I'm not sure. But like, you know, each block of material generations will have some basic universal cables flying around and 1 point just to power up all the machines that are associated with each block, because I'll be doing it like this from now on, right? Like the miner going directly into an induction smelter to a drawer that will connect to the system, and then that'll house everything rather than bring a lot of this raw materials back to the middle, we'll just keep the middle for the materials we need for the techium, like processed materials. I guess other than that, now that we do have all this lovely, lovely ultimate techium, we can unlock refined storage. Nope, it's not 4 blocks of gold, it's 4 blocks of diamond. We'll need some paper. I'm almost done with my paper. I might have to do another batch soon, but got 350 leaves there, so shouldn't be too big of a problem. So the refined storage one, 4 blocks of diamond, and for the ultimate techium, like so and like so. It's going to cost us some tech bucks. But now that I am at the ultimate techium tier, I get 10 to 1 for each of the purchases that we make at that stage. So that should work out perfectly, because I think this just costs 8 to open up. Oh, it does cost 16, so we'll have to do another recipe. There we go. We now have a digital storage mod, and we can just take a look at what I will be doing off screen for the next couple of play sessions. I'm sure we might have a gap in the playthrough while I do a lot of crafting. You know, I've got a lot of induction smelters to make, a lot of drawers to make, a lot of cables to make, and just look out here and go at I'm just interested in the silicon, I guess. Nether quartz. All right, nether quartz and AE2 stuff, but won't be unlocking AE2 just to get that recipe. What is the recipe I'm looking for? I guess quest book, because the next stage was netherite here. Normally you could haunt soul sand to get it, but we can't in this pack, right? Because we don't have create. So techium surrounded by compressed sand to get compressed soul sand. That breaks down to the soul sand. Soul, soil, soil, sand. Nether bricks and soul sand give you netherite scrap. Okay. How about the nether quartz? Where are we with that? It's not in this stage, this stage, this stage. That's compressed cobble to get 5x. Oh, hey, how handy. I just happen to have some 5x compressed cobblestone to spend. guess I'm gonna have to find that on my own. Doesn't look too easy to find. Glowstone in this pack, another elite techium surrounded by lava bottles. Gets you enough to build a miner plus a little bit extra. It's not in glowstone anywhere. Interesting. All right, I think that's everything for this episode here. I've got the energized steel made up so that I can upgrade my starter energy cell here. Guess with the I could make blaze rods this way, getting the blaze powder from the that's not going to solve. Because we need that much to get just blazing crystal to get up. I'm just trying to figure out how to get past this blazing tier, as well as the other thing that I'm probably missing. If you know, don't be afraid to put it into the comments down below. Help everybody else along it, because at this point I am stumbling on that. I looked earlier and I didn't see it immediately, and I thought maybe something would open up once I opened up the refined storage research, but that did not turn out the way I wanted it, or I thought it would. So we'll have to do some more digging off camera, but we'll wrap this episode up here. Like I said, changes coming soon. TM. I'm actually started on working on making another full stack of techium all the way up. So that'll be the other thing I do off camera. And this, yeah, still regretting not picking up the trash cans mod yet. That we can handle this, because I'm at that point now where we need stacks and stacks of coal coke to fuel our limit here. I've got some treated wood planks somewhere, I'm sure. Thought I had a lot more than that. Anyways, we're still wrapping it up. Enough rambling. Sun's coming up. Start of another new day. Go on, get out there, do something with it. And I appreciate all of you for checking out the episode, and we will see you in the next one.